this very moment, right? I know it was no penis. I know that it was no touching. I know that it was no kissing. Same thing I said about the other chick. Oh, he be at my bar. The world keep looking for a reason to break my family up. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Enough is enough. I am sick of it. Let it be one family that sticks together. Let it be one couple that makes it. Put some respect on my name and on the Harris name. You gotta stop it. Stop playing with me. And I'm not gonna say it again. Take this mic off of me.
Child, can you even believe this? Just when things seemed calm, a blazing hot drama has exploded in Atlanta, sending both love and hip-hop and the gossip blogging world into a frenzy. And the ones in the middle of it all this time? None other than our drama queen couple, Yandy Smith, and her talented but troubled husband, Mendeecees Harris. But wait, that's not even the real shocker. The shocker is Tamar Braxton's name suddenly popping up in this messy love triangle. Yes, Tamar, the R&B queen who has had her fair share of chaos with exes, family, and the industry, is now being linked to another woman's husband. And do you know where all this drama began? From what seemed like just a regular night out at a bar, until word spread that Tamar was spotted with Mendeecees, leaving V12 Lounge in Atlanta at 1 a.m., heading straight to Tamar's house. Do you smell what I smell? Because I can clearly see a steaming hot pot of scandal brewing. But hold up. Things got even more intense when just a few days later, Tamar suddenly announced she had been in a serious accident, waking up in a pool of blood, with broken teeth, a bloody nose, and mobility issues. She even said she could no longer talk normally. Now, put those two events side by side. On one hand, a late-night outing with another woman's husband, and on the other, a mysterious accident. What do you think? Karma striking back? Or did someone make a move? And the biggest question of all, Tamar Braxton, innocent victim or dangerous Tuesday? All right, to understand why Tamar's appearance next to Mendeecees had everyone losing their minds, we need to rewind a bit, back to one of reality TV's most unshakable drama factories, Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris. Yandy and Mendeecees started dating in 2006, nearly 20 years together. They tied the knot in 2015, and on the surface, you'd think they were the perfect family. 2 kids together, plus 2 more from before, happy family photos all over social media. But if you're a hardcore Love and Hip Hop fan, you already know nothing about this is simple. Right on television, Mendeecees once flat out said something that was nothing short of heartbreaking. I think about divorce every single day. A statement that hit Yandy and the audience a slap in the face, especially for those who believed this relationship could weather any storm. And Yandy? She wasn't exactly hiding things either. In one episode, when asked if she had ever cheated, she didn't lie. I once had an emotional connection with another man. I wouldn't call it cheating, but it was something we had to overcome. It seemed like their relationship had turned into some twisted competition. Who could hurt the other more? Who would react first? Who would forgive or pretend to forgive? To Mendeecees, marriage looked more like a business partnership, an arrangement rather than real love. Meanwhile, Yandy constantly stepped in to defend her husband whenever a scandal broke out. At one point, she even took the blame for messages sent to other women just so her husband could come out clean. Imagine a woman standing in front of the public and saying, "That DM was me, not my husband." Heartbreaking, right? But no matter what you say, anyone who follows their life knows this household has never lacked drama. If anything, what's missing is trust. And with such a shaky foundation, Tamar stepping in, even just as a so-called artistic partner, was enough to push everything past the breaking point. In the next part, I'll tell you all about that fateful night at V12 Lounge, where all the rumors began. Tamar, the dim lights, the invitation home, and the accident that followed. Careful, because the next part will make you want to shout, if this is true, Hollywood better start filming right now. All right, let's dive into the juiciest part. That night, what exactly did Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris do? And why, just hours later, Did Tamar end up in an accident that left her face completely disfigured? According to witnesses, receipts included, Tamar was seen at V12 Lounge, a hot club in Atlanta where entertainment folks love to hang out late at night. And guess who she was with? It was Mendeecees, Yandy's husband. Not only were they together, but word is they were inseparable the whole night. Talking closely, drinking with friends, laughing, and then when the clock struck 1 a.m., Tamar personally invited Mendeecees and his crew back to her place to keep the party going. Let's pause for a second. You might say, hey, maybe they were just talking business? Fair point, because according to one source, Mendeecees was supposedly the male lead in Tamar's new visual project. Could be a music video, a short film, or even a reality show. But you know what's strange? No one has confirmed that project. No official announcement, no teaser, no schedule, no behind-the-scenes footage, nothing from either side. And when you hear the detail that they went back to Tamar's house at 1 a.m., what does that sound like to you? A production meeting? Or maybe a bedroom preview? And it doesn't stop there. A few days later, Tamar went online with a swollen face, broken teeth, blood everywhere, revealing she had just barely survived a horrific accident, leaving her with serious physical and emotional trauma. But here's the odd part. No clear details about that accident. No police report, no hospital statement, just her asking people to pray for her. And do you know what the internet thought? Some people believed it was karma because Tamar dared to plant her flag in forbidden territory. Others spun conspiracy theories. Could someone have sent her a warning, and the name that kept coming up the most, none other than Yandy? Then there were those who said, if Tamar really got beaten up, was it out of jealousy, or did she accidentally expose something she wasn't supposed to? See how it is? Just from one night of clubbing, the fallout sparked a flood of theories straight out of a crime thriller. And in the next part, I'll walk you through Mendeecees Harris's black file, the times he was caught cheating, the mysterious DMs, and how Yandy always tried to cover it all up. Stay tuned, because this is only the beginning. All right, now let's get into the part everyone secretly thinks but doesn't dare to say out loud. Is Mendeecees really a trustworthy husband, or is he just good at playing a role on television while hiding his real self off screen? Because if you look closely, Tamar isn't the first name rumored to have chemistry issues with Mendeecees. She's not even the first woman spotted with him after curfew hours. Since moving to Atlanta, Mendeecees has been constantly rumored to cheat. And it's not just talk, there are pictures, DMs, and even eyewitnesses. One of the biggest scandals was when Alexis Skye, who's no stranger to drama herself, claimed Mendeecees was messing around everywhere and boldly said, Yandy doesn't excite him anymore. And it didn't stop there. Alexis's close friend went even further, saying, he sleeps with everybody in Atlanta, everybody knows. Then came Sierra, another cast member from Love and Hip Hop, who spread word that Mendeecees was involved with a married woman. She even said she had personally seen them together several times at different events. She claimed she had pictures, but it wasn't ready to release them. Blogger Tasha K, who's famous for dropping bombshells, said she had audio recordings of Mendeecees where he could be heard flirting with a woman who definitely wasn't his wife. And remember Jessica White? Jessica, the supermodel who once dated Nick Cannon, revealed that her niece was approached by Mendeecees in an Atlanta club, and afterward he even slid into her Instagram DMs. Jessica didn't hold back. I told my niece to send me those messages, and just like I thought, it was him. From DMs to text messages to eyewitness accounts and photos, Mendeecees' name almost always shows up whenever people talk about men who are talented but womanizers. But here's the most unbelievable part. Every single time a scandal broke out, who was the one putting out the fire? Not him, but Yandy Smith, the wife who always defended him to the end. She even once publicly claimed that she was the one behind the leaked DMs, even though the account clearly belonged to her husband. And when asked why she kept protecting a man who was repeatedly accused of being unfaithful, Yandy simply said, "People are just trying to break up my family." On the surface, that might sound touching. But you know what? Sometimes loyalty turns into blindness, and love becomes nothing more than silent endurance. And in the next part, I'll tell you about the times Yandy clapped back directly at the women accusing her husband, including a slap in the street and even her bold statement that she was ready to handle Tamar Braxton if she had to. The next part is where things really heat up. Don't go anywhere. If you ever thought Yandy Smith was the picture of a gentle, patient wife who endured everything for her family, well, you might want to think again. Because every time one of Mendeecees' cheating scandals came up, Yandy didn't retreat, didn't stay silent. She charged straight at the other woman like a warrior defending her territory. Remember the Jasmine Blue situation? This woman went public, accusing Mendeecees of deceiving Yandy and having an affair with another woman who was too scared to show her face. Jasmine wasn't scared, though. And her close friend, Erica Riney, even confronted Yandy directly. Things escalated when the two groups ran into each other on the street. While Erica loudly accused Mendeecees of sleeping with all of Atlanta, Yandy didn't stand back or cry. She stepped forward, planted herself between her husband and Erica, and shouted, "You're not allowed to talk to my husband like that." And do you know what happened next? Erica swore that Yandy slapped her right there on the spot. That street fight had the internet buzzing for weeks, but afterward, Yandy went on an interview and calmly said, "I left that drama behind me. I don't let it affect my happy marriage." The question is, happy where? When it's one scandal after another, one woman after another showing up, and your own husband admitting he thinks about divorce every day? But the Tamar Braxton incident, that was the final straw. According to multiple close friends, Yandy was extremely displeased with Tamar. And this time it wasn't just about suspicion, it was about feeling disrespected. Tamar isn't some unknown woman. She's a star, with influence, with an image, and more importantly, she knew Mendeecees was in the middle of a mess, but still chose to get involved. One of Yandy's close friends revealed that Yandy was ready to handle Tamar if necessary, and honestly, no one would be surprised if that turned out to be true. Because this wouldn't be the first time Yandy decided to deal with a Tuesday herself. No lawyers, no waiting for fate. She takes matters into her own hands. Now, what do you think? Is she a blindly loyal wife? Or a strong woman who refuses to let anyone take what she calls her family? And if Tamar really is the Tuesday in this story, is she just someone who slipped into a shaky marriage? Or did she knowingly step into a toxic, hopeless situation? So, what's your take? Tamar Braxton, the woman who just suffered a mysterious accident, her face covered in injuries, is she really a victim of fate, or is she a brilliant actress in a publicity play she directed herself? Because look at how perfectly everything lines up. She's spotted next to Mendeecees, a married man already under scrutiny. She shows up at V12, a hotspot full of paparazzi and rumors. She goes home with him at 1 a.m., the prime hour for shady affairs. And just a few days later, a mysterious accident happens, no media coverage, no hospital pictures, just a caption, "Pray for me." Some say Tamar is simply a victim, but others question, could this be a clever media move to distract the public and set up a launch for a new project? Remember, Mendeecees was supposedly set to star in Tamar's visual project, and Tamar is no stranger to using drama to stir up buzz before a release. The tactic of dropping a scandal bomb and then dropping a product right after isn't new in Hollywood, and Tamar knows that game well. As for Yandy, how much longer do you think she can hold her queen of the household image together? She's endured, she's sacrificed her public image, she's been mocked for kneeling for her man, but maybe the saddest part is, no matter how strong a woman is, there comes a point when she turns herself into nothing but the shadow of a man who doesn't deserve her. Whether the Tamar and Mendeecees story is real or not, we may never know the full truth. But one thing's for sure, this drama has hooked the media, love and hip-hop fans, and anyone obsessed with showbiz behind-the-scenes chaos. And you, the one watching this right now, what do you think? Is Tamar a victim or a homewrecker? Should Yandy keep defending her marriage, or is it time to let go? And is Mendeecees really the night predator people say he is? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading each one and replying to the best in the next video.